Do this countdown. Yes. Hello and welcome to another installment of Pizza Radio. My name's Chris G. Dr. D is here. Thanks for being here today, Dr. D. Pretty important stuff to talk about today.
Oh, it's always good to be here, and we got some incredible topics to talk about today.
We do. The pizza world is, it's thriving. I'm not telling you something you don't already know. You know that. We want to hone in on a few pizza stories around this great nation. David, our first issue, I don't want to call it an issue, but out of New Jersey, there's a pizza story that's got a lot of people upset.
Uh-oh.
And rightfully so.
And wait a minute. How could anybody possibly be upset when it comes to pizza?
Yeah, I know. But not many people are upset about this. There's a pizzeria, and what they're doing is pretty revolutionary. They're helping people who have lost their dogs and cats. They're reuniting them with their dogs and cats, so it's a very noble effort.
They're reuniting people with dogs and cats that they've lost?
That is correct, sir. What they're doing is that they're putting the you get the lost dog and cat posters like on street signs and stuff like that.
That's right.
They're taking those street signs and they're putting it on the pizza boxes, and I think it's a great idea. It's happening in the state of New Jersey.
So whenever a lost dog or cat sees the pizza box and they're trying to get some food out of it, they'll see their missing picture on the box and they'll be like, hey, my owner's looking for me. I need to get home.
I think that's why they're designing it. In that case, the cats will get that. But, dogs, I don't think they'll put it together. You can notice here on these are some of the workers at this particular pizza establishment. It's a great idea. Really and truly is. This is happening in Matawan, New Jersey is where this is taking place. Now, we don't know if they found this particular dog that's featured in this picture right here. We don't know. We hope someone found this dog or cat.
Matawan, New Jersey.
In Matawan.
So this isn't something that is spread out all over the United States right now.
Now, I don't know, where they deliver. So I imagine just in and around Matawan is where you can get some of these boxes with lost dogs on it. But again, we at this stage we don't know. So.
But if a dog or a cat has made its way to say Indiana, you're probably out of luck.
I think that's pretty much accurate. David, let's shift gears now. We're gonna call a pizzeria in Austin, Texas, and boy oh boy is there ever an echo in my ears. Yours as well.
I'm hearing a little bit of reverb going on here.
That's right. We're going to call East Side Pies, and we'll get them on the phone right after this. Hang on. Isn't it time you break the chains of mediocrity and order the Uncommon Pizza? The Uncommon Pizza you'll find at VIPizza.com. VI Pizza stands for Very Independent Pizza. Just remember that VI Pizza is not common. VIPizza.com. And we're back.
1401 Rosewood Avenue. Serving Austin great thin crust pizzas with the freshest ingredients since 2006. Our hours are from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday through Thursday.
Sounds tasty.
And 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Order online at eastsidepies.com or stay on the phone.
Eastside Pies, Rosewood, this is Ian. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand where y'all are located. Are y'all on the east side?
Yeah, like Rosewood and Angelina.
Okay, just kind of the east side. We'll be able to track you down then.
Yeah.
All right, I got a buddy. I'm actually delivering these directions to him. Are you? Can you pick up?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so my understanding is it's on the east side. Can you just re-articulate that to my friend here, please?
Yeah, we're on the east side of 35.
East side of 35.
East side of 35.
Yeah, like East 11th Street, basically.
You got there. Is East 11th.
East and 11th Street. So if I'm on 14th, I would. Where would I turn?
Well, the numbers is going to keep counting over, I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
What was it?
Yeah. All right. I think we got it, man. I think we got it. We're probably gonna pop in there. I'm gonna be wearing like a big, the man with the yellow hat, sombrero type thing. I'll be in there. All right, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we
He
appreciate.
sounded really happy to talk to us.
Well, I mean, we don't know, the nature of what goes on over there at Eastside Pies, but yeah, we appreciate him taking the opportunity there. David, if I can, I want to tell you about something else that's taken place in the pizza world that, frankly, people are having a hard time grasping the concept, and it's what we're calling an 80s rewind that they're doing at certain pizzerias.
An 80s rewind?
That's right. It's an 80s rewind, and it's actually very significant in a lot of different ways. Are you familiar with the establishment known as Pizza
Hut? I've heard of them a couple of times, and I believe I've eaten there before too.
Okay, well they're heading up this 80s rewind concept. Now you may get to relive some of your 80s memories through this campaign that they're doing. And you can do it over some delicious pizza.
Excellent.
Which is fantastic. Now, this particular pizza place, they changed ownership. All right, I want to say that first and foremost. I think that's relevant.
So they're now owned by somebody who really misses the 80s.
Yes, that is correct. The new ownership, it lends itself to 80s themed concepts. However, we haven't really delved into this content, so I can't tell you too much more about that, other than the new owners love the 80s and would like to see a few more 80s elements incorporated into the restaurant, and we hope to see that.
So are they going to bring back traditional 80s pizzas?
Ooh, yeah? Is that what they're doing?
Is that what they're doing? That's what I was asking.
Oh.
I know they're bringing beer back to the menu, and maybe adding a pizza buffet.
Oh, perfect. Some of the things that we remember from the 80s.
Do we remember those from the 80s?
Yeah. I mean, I think Pizza Hut still does it, though. I think they still have the beer and the buffet.
Well,
at least in the 80s they did.
True.
Maybe they're bringing it back.
Well, I grew up in Mississippi, so maybe beer was a little less common around here in a Pizza Hut in the 80s.
Well, I think the main takeaway here, Dr. D, is that this particular pizzeria, by the way, we're not comfortable telling you exactly where it is, but they are mixing some things up. They're changing some things up as well. And,
so wait a minute, can I bring slat bracelets and trapper keepers with me when I go in there?
Absolutely. Don't bring parachute pants though, because that hadn't happened yet.
Parachute pants?
Yeah, don't bring those, because they'll be like, "What's going on here? Are you from the future?"
But I can bring like my boombox, my backwards hats, and stuff like that.
That'll be fine.
Excellent.
Yeah. So where is that? Does it say where that's at?
Somewhere in
Wadena.
Wadena?
Yeah, that's taking place in Wadena. So that'll be good.
Wadena, that's a great town.
If you're in the area, you certainly want to check it out. Make sure you swing by and support. Why don't you support all the pizzerias in Wadena, and hopefully you'll get to this one. I'm assuming it's a Pizza Hut that's bringing back the 80s. However, it would have, bode well for us to do a little bit more research, and we apologize.
But that was a Pizza Hut. But hey, there could be other pizzerias around there that are like the 70s or the 60s, even the 40s.
Yeah, I mean, you have to assume that there are places like this around this particular establishment. But please, I beg you not to quote me on that.
Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese is a prime example. It's also kind of a bad example. It's kind of a prime lousy example. Now, we are going to call another pizza place. We're going to travel all the way to Memphis, Tennessee, to kind of weigh in on this particular topic, which is a very relevant one. We're going to call Aldo's Pizza. And, we're still kind of on the fence about the nature of the phone call. However, there's a very popular MMA fighter, Jose Aldo, who, possibly we could represent him.
I was just wondered if possibly he owns part of the pizzeria, or maybe he's eaten there. There was a big MMA fight in Memphis a couple years back.
Yeah, they did. It's kind of a local promotion, right?
But I don't think Aldo fought on that one, did he?
Well, it's possible he was looking over the pizzeria and didn't get out to the fight.
He may not have made weight if he was eating there too often.
Yeah, but this day and age, you'd be surprised to know that there are a lot of very healthy pizzas out there, a lot of gluten-free crusts, and truth be told, there's some cauliflower crust, which is also gluten-free. And people have gone on what they call the pizza diet and lost a lot of weight. So, it's a big misconception about pizza being unhealthy. Pizza is very healthy. It can be very healthy.
So a cauliflower crust and then what? Like, cabbage toppings or something? I don't know. What is?
No, I mean, you can put, traditional toppings on there. Just the crust is what usually gets you. That's what scares a lot of people. And it doesn't just scare them. It can also hurt them if they're celiac and can't have gluten.
Right. So a cauliflower crust along with 3 pounds of bacon, and you'd be cool.
I think you'd be all right. I mean, I think bacon's gluten-free, isn't it? I don't know.
I'm not aware of any glutinous in it, but I'm not even really sure what gluten is.
There's some glutton going on, but not much gluten. Now, we desperately want to call Aldo's. However, this happens sometimes where the computer lags. So what we might have to do is call Aldo's, and the screen might indicate that it's a different place. It might say that it's East Side Pies, which, I frown upon the idea of doing that. Actually, you know what? I don't think we're going to have to do that because it seems, just as I mentioned that, our screen loaded, so we are going to be able to change it. So that's great news.
Right. So you can change that to Aldo's Pizza. And then in case anybody is not listening to us and they're simply reading the screen, they'll know exactly who it is that we're calling.
Exactly right. So it's going to be Aldo's in the city of Memphis. And that's Tennessee, by the way. Tennessee. David, have you ever been to Tennessee?
Once, actually I've been there a few times, but I've never been to Aldo's Pizza, and I really want to go because I've heard some great things about the pizza. I've heard some great things about how well it tastes and, decent, affordable prices, and, it's definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Yes, my understanding is that the pizzas are very affordable. A lot of people that have eaten at this establishment say that it's a bargain. And, we're almost borderline shocked to realize just how much pizza they could get for their $1.
Well, you may need more than $1. So.
I should stress that nothing costs just $1. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but their $1 goes a long way. However, you need to accompany that with other dollars to really maximize the potential.
But once you get all them dollars situated, then you're going to really enjoy the benefits.
I'm inclined to agree with that. This is Aldo's Pizza Pies. This is not the downtown location in Memphis, Tennessee, but this is their midtown spot. And, we're just going to call it Aldo's here.
Yeah, they got a couple places in Memphis. It's good when they're open in multiple locations of the same place.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you know. It's truly when you know. And we're going to call Aldo's Pizza, and, hey, we'll be right back. Isn't it time you break the chains of mediocrity and order the Uncommon Pizza? The Uncommon Pizza you'll find at VIPizza.com. VI Pizza stands for Very Independent Pizza. Just remember that VI Pizza is not common. VIPizza.com.
Thank you for calling Aldo's Pizza Pies in Midtown. This is Ariana. How can I help you?
You're welcome. I'm wondering if you can help me with something. I got a buddy of mine on the phone with me, and he thinks that Jose Aldo does not own Aldo's Pizza. Can you set him straight?
There's no Jose Aldo, but there is an Aldo.
Oh, there's not a Jose Aldo?
No. Mm-mm.
Well, do y'all show the UFC fights over there?
No, we don't.
Jose Aldo is one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
Yeah, he's very good. That's him. That's the gentleman I was talking to you about. He's on the phone right now. So it looks to me like this is kind of the walk of shame for me because Jose Aldo does not own Aldo's. That's what you're telling me.
Right, there's no Jose. There's an Aldo, but his name's not Jose.
Well, this is embarrassing. And not only do you... all right, man, this is bad. All right, well, I'm just going to walk it off. Well, thank you for being so nice. I appreciate you taking the time today.
No problem.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
She was really nice about having to crush our feelings like that.
But now, hang on a second. She did say that an Aldo did own the establishment. She didn't go into detail. She wasn't sure that it was Jose.
Right.
It's just like I'm not sure if it's Jose. I think it might be Jose, right?
It could be Jose.
I don't really know at this point.
But, for all you know, Jose Aldo is moonlighting as, Greg or John or whoever Aldo on the weekends.
Yep.
Just to step out of the spotlight and away from the UFC and the fame and glory pressures that come with that.
I actually agree with that in part. David, we need to shift gears slightly to a story that's sweeping the nation. A lot of people don't even believe it, but I assure you it's true. We scoured the internet and we found out that it is in fact taking place. And you may have heard about this as well. I'm going to pull it up right now. It's a story that comes to us out of this world, so to speak. I don't like to say that very often, but we're dealing with a moon pie. What we've got?
Wait, a moon pie?
That's right. It's a moon pie, not the delicious sugary treat that is a southern staple, but the moon pie. This is coming out of Harrison Township. Let me just say that the moon pie is gaining some real traction.
Now, wait, when you say pie, are you talking about pizza pie?
That's right. Talking about a pizza pie. The moon pie out of Harrison Township was essentially based around astronauts, okay, which I think we all could use a little bit more astronaut-themed anything.
So this is an astronaut-themed restaurant.
Well, now my understanding is that recently, we had a celebration of Apollo 11 lunar landing.
Right.
We had the 50th anniversary, and I believe this particular pizzeria is celebrating that with their moon pie. Right.
Oh, they got a pizza to celebrate the Apollo landing.
That's right. I think they're using some mercury flavoring on their pizzas. No, that's not. That's not true.
Yeah, that's not accurate at
That'd
all.
be too dangerous. So, yeah, if you're in the area, you certainly want to check out this particular pizza establishment. Destiny and Louis Bitto would thank you profusely.
So this is wait a minute. Is this one of those like tubes of like food that the astronauts eat, and like you order it in the pizza restaurant and you just have to like squirt it in your mouth? Is that what this is?
I think that might be what's going on.
Because I've always wanted to try one of those, even though it kind of sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Yeah, let's shift gears, Dr. D. We're gonna call it Pete's a Beats is how you pronounce this. This is Pete's a Pizza. It's a New Haven style pizza that we're doing in D.C.
Pete's a Pizza.
That's right. It's a fine pizza establishment.
He's a pizza.
But it's pronounced a Beats, in my understanding. Of course, we could actually call them and just get confirmation on how we're supposed to pronounce it here in just a second. Now, let me ask you a question. There's a lot of historical relevance in Washington, D.C. Have you been to our nation's capital? And if so, did you enjoy it? And if not, why didn't you go?
I have been to our nation's capital. I have been to Washington, D.C., but I did not enjoy it. And let me tell you why.
Why didn't you like it?
Well, I actually did not really do much there. I was just traveling through Washington, D.C. on my way to another place. And while I was there, I got stuck in traffic and sat there for a few hours. And so I did stop in Washington, D.C., and I stopped in the car for several hours sitting on the road. It was horrible.
Well, now, the way that you're explaining it, it sounds like you didn't appreciate it.
It's a lot of traffic in Washington, D.C.
Now, surely you're not going to base this one visit to Washington, D.C. as a whole. I mean, you'll go back and maybe have a better time.
Well, if I ever go back, I will try to drive at a different time of day in order to avoid the traffic. Because, it seems like there's a lot of good stuff going on up there, but it's really hard to see any of it whenever you're sitting on a road just staring out the window.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And, my understanding is that there are a lot of politicians in Washington, D.C. As well.
Yeah, but, maybe that's why they can't get anything done, is they're stuck in traffic all day.
Yeah. And did you see any politicians while you were there?
If I did, I'm sure they were stuck in a car beating on the steering wheel angry like I was.
All right. And the way you can tell is they usually have like a suit on or something and like a tie. And
some of them do.
That's how you can point out the politicians in D.C.
See, if I was a politician, I'd wear like a Hawaiian shirt and some flip-flops, just to stand out and be different.